All right, you guys, welcome to today's Be the Change meeting. Thank you so much if you're on the recording for joining us and watching and learning. And I think you guys are all amazing for being here. And for those of you guys that work full-time on a team, thank you so much for watching the recording. To me, it's like you saying your business is important and you're taking the 20-30 minutes to build into yourself what you can to get the most out of the time that you're putting into your business. So that speaks volumes to me as your leader when I see people participating. And then of course, the people that are participating, those are the ones that you'll see on the leaderboard. And so it really does go together. So thank you so much for being here. Today, I'm just going to be real brief because this week my I can't talk. My youngest son is getting out of school early, and so like everything I have to do this week has to be like boom, 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 boom. So I'm like meeting, workout, breakfast, like everything has to be and then I have to go get him. So what I want to talk to you guys about today is creating your perfect environment for your workspace. Okay, now this is going to look and feel different to everybody because we all have different things that bring us that deep-seated joy and deep-seated happiness, okay, that makes us feel fulfilled. So you have to, look into yourself and discover what that is for you. I'm going to give you a couple of things that like I do every day just to help myself out. And because I've been doing this business long enough, I know when I'm trying to do my business in an environment that's not the best for me because I see that it doesn't get the best results. And then I also see when I have created that environment, how I'm like, boom, 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 and stuff is happening, okay? So you might be doing all the right things in your business, meaning you might be doing your follow-ups. You might be doing new conversations, okay? You might be posting on your page, but if your heart's not in it, your mind is not in it, and you're not having that connected feeling with people, okay, you're not gonna have as great of results, all right? So this is really important, and I'm seeing this a lot in myself, or I have seen this a lot in myself, so I thought, you know what, I should share this because it's very possible that if you're looking at your business and you're wondering why you're not getting results, this might be one of the pieces that could be affecting it. Okay, so let me just share real quickly what I do, all right, just to give you guys some ideas. So when I know that I'm going to be reaching out to people and I'm going to be talking, let's say I'm going to be doing my my follow-ups, okay, all right. So I'm going to be doing my follow-ups. If I know that follow-ups leads to more conversation, because it does, you're like, oh, hey, what'd you think of the video? Oh, hey, what'd you think? That tends to bring on conversations, okay? So if I know I'm going to be doing follow-ups, I will create an atmosphere like you see back here. I've got my candle going because anytime that I have candles going, okay, it relaxes me. I'm smelling something that smells amazing. Like right now, I'm burning apple spice. Okay, so I've got my fall going on. So it's preparing me for fall. I love fall. It's like my absolute favorite time of the year. I already have my fall tablecloth on. So this is where I work. I put my computer down, my laptop down. I've got fall all around me. Like if you guys were in the house, you would see like it's pretty much decorated. So this is like my space where I feel the most amount of joy and I feel at peace, okay? So I create that environment, kind of like that ambiance, thing that you can do for yourself, or chi, or whatever you want to call it. So another thing that I do is listening to really upbeat, inspiring music while I'm working puts me in the best frame of mind. Now, I don't know where everybody's at with God, okay? But for myself, when I listen to praise music and I'm being filled by God's Spirit, and that Spirit going into me is making me feel joyful, like I'm feeling God's love for me. I'm feeling like everything's going to be okay, you know, from whatever the message is from the song. Like that gets me in the best frame of mind to be talking to people. All right. So those are like the main two things that I have done to help me. I do this every single day. Now I'm going to tell you guys times when I notice myself to not be as effective, okay? So let's say that my family wants to watch TV. And I'm like, okay, I think that I can take my laptop to the couch and I will work while I'm also watching the movie, okay? Now, this can work, but only, and I'll tell you what can work with this scenario, okay? But if you're doing follow-ups, if you're doing something where you know you're going to be connecting with people, okay, watching the TV is not the best thing. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, and I do this every single day. I'm over at the TV with my laptop. I'm telling you guys, I do this every day. And you know what I notice? When I'm conversating with people, and I've got my husband, and he's talking about, oh, this is a cool part, or I mean, I'm like this all over the place. Or like if we're watching something really scary or intense, and it's making my mood change, because you know, normally as women, if you're watching something on TV, your emotions are going with what's on the TV. I mean, it's hard to have that emotional disconnect when you're a woman watching something on TV. So I've noticed that my conversations, I'll be like copy paste, and my emotions are not in the conversation at all. Like my mind is not even there. I'm just copy paste, and I'm not relating back to the person. I'm not talking to them like they're a human. I'm a robot at that point. But I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm getting a lot of stuff done. You know, that's what I'm telling myself, okay? But then I notice that those people are not responding back to me, and I'm like, what the heck is wrong with that person? And I'm like, okay, Heather, it's not them, it's you. You are disconnected from them. They are not feeling like you are talking with them, okay? So because I have experienced this pretty much every day, because my ass is on that couch every day, you guys. That's what I do at night. That's our family time. We're a TV family. That's what we do, okay? I did not get this big ass from walking around the house 20 million times a day. I got it from sitting on the couch watching TV with my family. Okay, so that's honesty moment. So, you know, if you know that you're going to be watching TV, here's where this could work, okay? This is probably the only time that you can do stuff by the TV and it'll be effective, because you won't need your emotions for this, okay? If you are going to be sending out private messages to people and you know you have to do your 30 a day or whatever you've committed to doing a day, okay? Those you can copy and paste, no problem. Boom, 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 all right? Because you're not needing to sit there and wait for their response. Does that make sense? Okay, so you can do those all day long while you're watching TV, and that's fine. You're not going to need that connection feeling. Another thing that you can do without needing an emotional connection is you can post inside the exchange groups. Okay, so mommy me groups, for sale groups, any of those where you're wanting to put out like your before and progress picture. I'm looking for, you know, 10 women to join me in my next challenge group, comment below, okay? Those you don't need an emotion. You can post your before and after picture in the groups with your little description all day long, and you're not going to need an emotion, okay? Now, even when they respond back and they say, I'm interested, and then you say, great, please send me a friend request so I can get you, you know, the details. Even that, even them saying that they're interested and then you putting back in, please send me a friend request, that you don't need an emotion for either. That can be a total copy and paste, okay? But as soon as you're taking it into a conversation with them and you're talking about their goals and where they're at, you have to be present. You have to be present, okay? They're gonna know. I'm telling you guys right now. I have talked to several people on our team in the last year and a half, and people have, I hear comments like, they say I'm sounding like a robot. They say I'm using a script. Well, maybe you are sounding like you're using a script. Maybe you're not actually talking to them like they're a human, So you need to slow down, be human, create this environment for yourself. And I'm telling you guys, you will have greater success, because I know in myself that when I am noticing that I am not present and I'm not being there for that person, I don't do as well. Okay, my numbers are affected on the leadership board. I'm feeling more bummed out because I'm not doing as well in my business, or my posts aren't getting as much traction, those types of things. And it's because I was busy, and not thinking about it and just wanting to get a post out. I didn't have any thought or try and put any value behind it, thought process, which you do have to think. If you're going to do a value-driven post, you have to think about it first, right? And get your emotions in it. And you want to get that emotional response from people when you're posting. So, those types of things too also take your time. So that's what I pretty much wanted to talk to you guys about today. It's something that has been sticking out. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. Sticking out to me the last couple of days, especially as we're heading into the end of the month. And I want you guys so much. Like, I want your success more than anybody. Like, I am on your side. I'm over here on the other end. I'm not with you physically, but I'm over here praying for you guys. I want you to be successful. I want you to feel good about your business. I want you to feel good about your health and fitness journey. And so I am in it with you guys. Like, I am in it. So I'm not over here. I just throw everything at you and be like, hope you're okay. Maybe I'll talk to you in 5 months. That's like not me as a leader at all. I am emotionally connected with you guys. That is why I can easily tell you guys that I love you, because I genuinely do. Like, I genuinely love people on my team, and I love people that I work with. So you can trust in that. All right. So if you guys have any questions, let me just unmute it, and then we can get off in a little bit. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, we're all back. So I want to know, like, did that hit you guys at all? And seriously, tell me, like, if that hit you, because I've been hit like a brick, and I'm like, I haven't even talked about this before with my team, and I do it every day.
I feel like you were talking to me. That's exactly what I've been doing.
Oh, man, girl.
I gotta get off the couch.
Yeah, I've just been trying to get through the to-do list, and I try to think of good posts on Facebook, and trying to use the script when I'm talking to people, private message, and it's hard to put some of myself into the script sometimes.
Yeah. And you're so new, Laura, so that's totally normal for where you're at. Like, in the beginning, you do need more of a guideline, a guidepost. It will be a little more copy and paste right now because you're just getting like the hang of it, but you'll notice the more that you are talking to people, and they say things like, I'm really struggling. I don't want to get diabetes like my mom. You know what I mean? Or stuff like that, where they need your support at that point. They need your encouragement from you that you're going to be there for them. So for those types of comments, you don't want to be like, gosh, I understand, and do that whole scripty thing. Like, you want to like literally respond to them and say things like, I understand. I know where you're at. If you have someone in your family that has diabetes or has cancer or any of the stuff that they talk about, relate to that, because that was them just opening up a door to give you the opportunity to provide that trust factor with them. So when they do that, don't let those little things go by without acknowledging them, because that is what builds the relationship, and that is when they start trusting you. And when you go to ask for the money, they're going to be like, here you go, because you've developed that relationship,
Yeah.
So I'm really, really glad that you guys got something from that. I was I was like praying last night. I'm like, Lord, I just want to be an effective leader. I want to like share my stuff. And that is what came to me, because you guys, and this could come into play with your spouse too. Like, my family has been sharing with me the last couple of months, and I'm like, whatever. I'm sitting right next to you. Like, literally, that's my attitude, okay? They've been telling me, can you turn your computer off and be with us and just watch the movie with us instead of bringing it. So we've had to have that conversation. As you get busier, you will notice time management is going to be big, and you will get busy. The more that you're consistent at posting and inviting and doing follow-ups, it's a natural progression that's going to happen. You guys are going to get more busy. And so in the beginning, it's not so bad because you're doing the building up process. But when you start getting busy, that's when you're going to have to look at your day more and really, talk to your spouse and ask them, what times of day do you feel like it's the most important part of the day for you, as far as me to visit with? So you're going to want to find out and not work during those times. And that'll be part of time management. Now, for us, where our spouses maybe go to work each day and we're at home with the littles, those are the times when you need to be pounding out the business. And then when they come home, take a break, and then maybe jump back on when the littles are, in bed again, for like an hour or so. That's what I tend to do. So, oh, and then one other thing before I let y'all go. Okay. So I have to say a huge congratulations to Reagan, who's at work right now, but she'll watch this later. She hit Success Club 6 in her first month of being a coach. So I'm so excited for her. It's so cool. Like, it feels so good to have that goal and then like reaching for those fruit, and then it happens and you're like, yes, all that hard work I just put in, like, totally paid off. So congratulations to Reagan, and for the rest of you guys, we have today and we have tomorrow, okay? Now, Laura is new, so I'm gonna explain this again. But here's how the time frame works with Beachbody. Their cutoff for the month, they go by Eastern time, okay? So their cutoff of the month is like 8:59 tomorrow night Pacific time, okay? So what I always recommend to people, because when someone says yes, they still have to go onto your website and they still have to type and go through the whole process, and sometimes that can take 20 minutes or whatever. So I always tell people that the deadline time is 12 p.m. on the day, like the last day of the month. I try and do the day before, because then I don't have to worry about, like, sometimes the website can crash the last day of the month because, like, everyone's on it. So to try and, like, avoid stuff like that happening, I try and tell people that the last day of the month to come into the group is like the day before. So that's just a habit I've created. But if you have people that, like, are adamant and they can't, like, they get paid tomorrow or that kind of thing, then definitely work with those people still, but try and give them 12 p.m. if they can, Pacific time. And then, if they're running a little bit late and they do it a couple hours after that, then you'll still have that window. You just don't want to, like, be talking to somebody at like 8 p.m. Pacific, and then they go and 8:30 they're ready, and then you could be pushing it kind of close. If that happens, this is what will happen. You can still do the sale, okay? But what's going to happen is it might count for the next month. So sometimes we'll bump it to the next month, and then you can't do anything about it, So I would say 7 p.m. maybe at the latest, just to, try and work around the system. But don't give up until the very, very last minute, okay? So don't be like, today, oh, I only have one more day. I'm only at SC2, so I might as well not push. No, you guys, I have pulled out 4 and 5 challengers in a day. All right. There's a lot of times when everyone just is ready right at the end of the month. So you have to be ready for that, and you have to be online, and you have to talk to people and do your follow-ups and, you know, act like your challenge pack is the best thing since coffee was created, okay? You have to talk to them like that. You want it. You need this in your life. You have that 30-day money-back guarantee. There's no risk involved. Just try it. Once I get this in your hands, you will see for yourself how amazing it is, how amazing you'll feel. You'll start seeing results in the first couple of weeks, and then you'll be like, ding, I get it now, okay? Because that's what happens with everybody. It's just helping them get past that part of making that first purchase. It's scary, and it's scary because a lot of times people have already invested in themselves with other products that didn't work. So we have to remember that always. When we're in the conversations with people, they're scared, okay? They don't want it to not work. They don't want to feel like a failure once again. They hate that feeling, just like we hate that feeling. But we are on the other side, and we know that it works. So we have to remember as we're talking to people that they're probably freaked out, and so we have to put ourselves back in the place where we were right before we purchased. Where were you? What were you feeling when I was talking to you? Were you apprehensive? Did you want to ignore me? You know, you have to like remember things like this, okay? Because how you were feeling is probably how they were feeling. And so if you relate to them, like I remember before I made my purchase, I felt like this. But here is what I found after I made the purchase, you know, and you know what I mean? Like you can talk to them like that. It's totally fine because sometimes they need that extra little push. And if anything, offer rebates. You know, we make $30 on a challenge pack. So if you want to give somebody $5 or $10 back, you know, just to help you get to Success Club, it's cool. You can totally do that. If you got a PayPal account, you can just send them money that way. You can send them a check. I wouldn't recommend it because then they have your address, but PayPal is definitely better because then you can just send it through their email. If you have stuff to give away, Laura, I'm talking to you, okay? You might have Cookie Lee jewelry sitting around doing nothing, all right? I have used my jewelry to give away to people in drawings when they join my challenge group. So you've got stuff laying around, girl, I'm sure, that you can give away that will be worth it for you to get challengers. Okay, so I would totally do that. And just think about whatever you got around. Maybe it's something that you got for Christmas and no one's gonna know you gave it away. Because it was Aunt Trudy who lives in Alaska and she never sees you. No. She won't come over and see that you're using that gravy boat. No, I'm just kidding. So I don't know. There's always something around, you know, that you might have that you can give away, like as a drawing or just to each person that, you know, comes in, or maybe go to the 99-cent store and pick up some girly items like, you know, like goal books. Like they've got stuff for 99 cents over there that's like pretty books that they can write their thoughts in, you know. I mean, there's always something, you guys, that you can get. Or if you go to garage sales, you know, sometimes you find brand new stuff there that you can give away to people. So those are my tips and tricks of how I hit Success Club every single month. All right, you guys. So you enjoy the rest of your day, and if you have any questions, you know, I'm here for you all. God bless you, and thank you so much for joining us for today's meeting. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
See you next week, or see you tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Bye.